Hey guys, welcome to this video. In this video I'll be showcasing my new loop pack called Villains. It has 10 samples composed by me, and it's going to be like the very dark kind of samples that you would hear in like Metro Boomin beats or Wheezy beats. Just a very typical dark sounding beat. So this is the first sample called Heroes. It sounds like this. So that was like pretty much the whole sample, and over here we have like 4 verses, just piano, the synth, and then the bass, and like the cool sparkly thing, I call it. Before we actually get into making the drums, it's very important that you guys go and turn down your melody. I like to turn it down, if you can see in this little corner right here. I like to turn it down to 9 dB. And then I just get a fruity parametric EQ, Steve 8, cut it to about 180. It's just right about there. Yeah, 191, it's also okay. But do this before making a beat so you guys can make sure your 808s are in key all the way. Let's go and lay down some drums. I've already chosen some of my sounds. As you can see, it's not that very complicated because these beats don't need to be complicated. It needs to be very simple. So let's just get to making the drums. First, I'll start off by placing down my claps. Just like we all know, simple clap pattern, nothing crazy. And now following the clap pattern, I'm going to lay down the snare. And right here I'm going to change like the pitch of the snare just to give it a little bit of variation. As you guys can see, I also play with the velocities a lot because the snare is there, but it's like not that clear, so you can't hear it, but it gives a cool bounce. And so yeah, that was basically the clap and the snare. Now to the hi-hats. So what I just done there, I just chose the half step because it's easier to see for me when I'm placing down simple hi-hats. But as soon as you want to make rolls, make sure you are in third step of hi-hats. So that's basically the whole hi-hat pattern. Sounds like this. I obviously, as you can hear, made like the hi-hats match the melody, so it like jumps like the melody. I just think it gives a cool bounce. But when you guys have this loop kit, you can do whatever you like to it. So now we're going to move on with the open hats. A thing I like to do with my open hats is actually go in and press cut by itself, and then turn the attack button all the way down, the hold all the way up, and decay, sustain, and release all the way down. And so the hi-hat is basically the open hat, is cut like a 808. But that way you can go in and make cool patterns with your open hats like this. As you can hear, the open hi-hat is more like tight. It doesn't have like just this sound. It's not that boring, it's very much more tight, and it's just perfectly on beat. And it just gives a very cool bounce, I think. So now, just to make sure I have everything, I forgot the hi-hats, like that. So it's a full loop. I got the open hat, and now let's move on to the 808. So in my samples you can see it says C# minor, then you know to place your 808 in C# minor. Also a cheat code for the 808, turn them all the way up, then they're going to slap 100% of the time. And so this is the 808 pattern, very simple, nothing crazy, just like this. So now actually, if you can see, there's a little bit of space in the 808s. That's also very good for making your beat sound even harder when you space out your 808s. I also want to fill out those gaps. Now I made a clone of my original 808, but this 808 is actually special because I took the same 808 sample and I make sure that the two 808s both cut by 10, and just remember to do this and reverse your 808 sample and make sure the start offset is just about, it doesn't have to be that precise, just about the start of the 808 sample. And so what you do now is you go in and let me just see, the 808 is right here. So we want that to get like a reverse effect. So let's place it here. I think right about here will sound great. So let's listen to it. Oh, my bad, I forgot to stretch it out. And so now you have that cool reverse sound in your 808s. And actually, I want to delete this second one because I didn't like it that much. And now we'll just place the kicks. Kicks, simple, nothing crazy. Just take your 808 pattern, paste it down to your kicks. Make sure they all go down in C very quickly, like this. And remember to add bounce with your 808s. Don't just let your 808s be. Like you can see, I removed one from here and one here, and do the same thing on the other side. I think it was this one here. It just gets a cool bounce. Listen. I'm actually also going to remove this in the octave, and this is what it sounds like. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole beat. Make sure to check out the description where my new loop kit is. It's totally free for you guys. There's 10 loops, like I said in the beginning of the video, in the style of Metro Boomin, Wheezy, all the cool guys. Check it out, and the sounds from this video will also be in the description with the kit. If you guys want me to, I'll show you how I make these samples. Just let me know in the comments below. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.